Hi everyone, come on in, say hello. Let me know that you're here on the first day of March. Hard to believe. I don't know about you, but time being an illusion has been feeling real relevant, real on point lately, because I can't believe we are at March 1st. Like, I don't know. It all just feels so weird. And then we're going into full moon energy. Lots happening. Lots happening. All right, let's see. While we get this video pushed out, say hi when you're here. Let me know if you're watching it on replay. Like I said, it's been wild times. I am happy that that kind of like sluggish energy has lifted. Even though things still feel like very slow. Is that the right word? Simple, maybe. At least energy is building up. At least the energy is like increasing, right? Hey, Lana. Okay, good. You guys are finding me. And Shelly and Tips here. Before we get going on this weekly guidance, the first week of March, I do want to say March 19th, I do have a Messages from Spirit online experience. This is a gallery style reading via Zoom. Tickets are available on my website under the upcoming events. So the online experience, Camp, Nova Scotia, April 26th. Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, June 6th, Sydney, Nova Scotia, June 19th, and Fort McMurray, Alberta. I know you guys have been wanting me to come back out. Can't wait for October 1st. And so those are the events that we have on the books to date. Everything is live. Tickets are live. You can go to my website, angelamccullen.com, or go to my show pass and search Angela McCullen, and you'll see all the events that are posted. And available through there. Hi, everyone. Hi. Okay, I'm excited. I'm excited for March. I'm excited for the shift of the energy. And next week, the clocks are changing. I literally can't believe it. Like, how are we there? It's just like I was saying in the beginning of the video before you guys came on. It's like you always hear, time is illusion. It's an illusion. It really is feeling that because my brain cannot compute that it's March. And when I realized that the time is changing next week, it cannot understand that. And then I have my oldest is turning 14. Tiff, 14? He was born in Fort McMurray 14 years ago. And it's like, how is that possible? So it's just feeling now. I don't know about you guys if you're feeling that lightness coming in. Yes, Allison, so fast. March is passing. Because we had a trip. Spring is here. Yes, Charlene. Oh my God, I love that. And when you get on, like when you cross that causeway and you're back onto Cape Breton, it's like, who even cares that it's still a bit of a drive? You don't even care because everything just feels right again. That is exactly what this feels like. It literally is. Oh my gosh, that just blew my mind because that is exactly what this feels like. It feels like we made it. We made it, right? It's like, anyways, like that's the relief, everything that we're kind of going through energy wise. Like I said, I don't know, I can't even remember if it was last week or the week before, when we had, the change of the Chinese New Year and the eclipse and the new moon. And it was just like intense. And then it was, for me, low energy, and then recuperate. And now everything just feels normal. And I was saying this to my husband. I'm like, why do we have like time? Usually our weekends are so flat out. And it's just kind of like we found ourselves with time this weekend. And I'm like, this is like how real people live. Anyways, I'm really here for this March energy. Really here for it. I know we're all excited about it because it has been. And when I was doing the breakdowns last fall for this year, so many, I was like, you just got to make it to March. You just got to make it to March. So So we did, and we all deserve an applause. Yay, us. All right, so I do have 5 cards pulled. Excited to see what this first week has in store for us. I have this feeling that March is going to be really pivotal. It's like it has that familiar feeling, and I know I've mentioned that earlier about this kind of like familiar feeling where the last 3 to 5 years has been feeling very Twilight Zone, right? And so there's very much this kind of like familiar feeling to life and to the energy that's right now, even though we're completely different and life is different. I don't know, there's this kind of like familiar feeling to it, which I am appreciating. But I do feel like there's pivotal changes. So massive internal growth, I feel like that's going to be reflected into your material life, your external life. And I think that that's been the missing pieces with the enormous amount of internal work that we have been doing, right? This massive internal transformation that we have all endured, kicking and streaming, right? And so to see it now reflected externally is going to be so good for the soul. It's going to be so healing. It's going to settle that torment of like, is it going to get better? Is it worth the discomfort? What, like, in those types of doubtful moments that come up within us. So I'm really happy to see this coming in. And I really do feel like, in December when we're reflecting on our year, we're going to be like, March is when that shifted for us. So, I'm excited for that. Yeah, if that is just not the vibe right there. So first and foremost, we do have, this is why it's so interesting. Events move with great speed. Things are moving very, very quickly, but yet we're still introspective. Okay. 55 viewers. There you go. 555s change. And so things are moving very quickly. Things are starting to pick up. We are really feeling the speed of the horse now. So I'm really happy we really have been Paula's as we've been through a pandemic together, all of us. Absolutely. And now we're really on the release side, and I'm so grateful for that. So things are moving very quickly, but we still need to go within. There still needs to be, and I'm going to tell you this, there's going to be opportunities that present themselves, and our egos are going to like it. We're going to get excited about it. We're going to go, but you still have to ask yourself, is this what I want? Is this for my highest good? Or really getting down to, thanks Tammy, really getting down to the core of what do I want? We don't want to just get whisked away with the energy moving forward and then being taken with it and end up somewhere that isn't for our highest good. Everything that you have learned all of that self-reflection, that self-regulating, the ability to not only see, but then hold yourself accountable, to get real honest with yourself, that needs to go forward into the prosperity season as well. Okay, there's the World card, right? Brilliant success, time of a joyful accomplishment, spiritual enlightenment, freedom to do whatever you want, be proud of yourself. Absolutely. But we don't want to get overwhelmed. We don't want to get whisked away. We want to be grounded and move forward, right? And I think that's going to be so important because we have lived this. We all have lived moments where we say to ourselves, how did I get here? Right? How did I get here? Almost always it's when we are trying to fulfill somebody else's expectations or somebody else's checklist, or we're not asking ourselves what's for our highest good. We're just told, do. This is what a successful life looks like, or this is what you should have at this age. And you know what I mean? All of those beliefs have been dismantled. That's part of the awakening transformation that we all have went in. And then you're seeing it on a global level with the downfall of power, right? right? And so we do want to exercise, what does this mean to me? How does this feel for me? What is it that I feel is best for me versus just blindly following somebody else's advice or checklist or opinions. You have to ask yourself moving forward. And I think that's so, so, so important. Of course, there's going to be success all around us. It's only going to be a success. It's only success if it is your success and it's what you want and it's what you deem successful, right? I know that many of us have lived experiences that we thought, oh, well, this is what the outside world told me was successful. And then we get it or we achieve it and we're like, won't, right? Because it may not have been for your highest good. Of course, it taught you the lessons that you needed to learn, but it's so important for you to be checking self, okay? Checking yourself moving forward, okay? There seems to be movement forward with concerns for people who you love. So whether this is your partner, your sibling, your child, your parents, your bestie, whomever this is, there has been concerns. There's been worries around them. There's been a little bit of a wait and see, or we're kind of in a waiting game that's connected to them. You're going to get answers, and there's going to be, like, I feel like a significant phone call is going to come in. You're going to receive information, and then there's actionable steps as a result. Okay. And so plan carefully before taking action, but then get going. So there is something that's kind of coming in that is affecting you, that is for someone who you love, that we've been kind of waiting and wanting or worrying or unsure about. This can be, you know, health stuff. This could be life stuff, relationship stuff. It could be doctor calls. This could be, you know, whatever it is, right? There's almost like we've been watching and waiting and it's been out of our hands. And I do see movement coming in with the positive after the negative. So the baby after miscarriage, love after loss, healing after hurt, abundance after lack, peace after struggle, etc. And so this also kind of comes in with this energy of, oh, that one's wrapped up. Off to being a little bit lighter, a little bit brighter. Take care of this little worry or this little untethered lace. Let's get that tied up and off we go. And so you're going to see this as you're moving through this month is my prediction. We are going to kind of see more of those lingering, you know, when is this going to happen or when is that going to happen type of energies, or when they're going to meet someone, what's going to happen, when are they going to get pregnant, right? These things coming in, you're going to start seeing them being wrapped up, okay? So your prayers are being heard, all right? There seems to be a success coming in. It is literally a dream come true. It is a high success, financial success, prosperity, everything turning out beautifully, wishes come true. This is something that is desired. Nothing like a little rain on your parade somebody's trying to put on you, okay? This is not to be overshadowing. Listen. This feels like you have worked for so long. Like this has been something that you felt like took way longer than it should have, right? Definitely longer than we would have wanted it to. So by the time it comes to you, you damn well know you're not dimming your life for any jealousy or any envy, okay? And that's exactly what that is, okay? And so this is something that's coming in. This is really a biggie for you. There does seem to be potential of conflict, potential of spiciness. Listen, because this is coming from adult, I feel like this is adult to adult. Their emotional process is not your responsibility. You know, like that seems to be it. It's like they can go be whatever over there. I'm not letting that affect me, because you clock it. I don't think that, I mean, it says, I feel like it's a potential conflict. I think if you try to engage, it's a potential conflict. I think that there's just, maybe you got the job and they didn't, and they're having big emotions, right? That is for them they're responsible to regulate that, right? Like I said, this is something that you feel or you have literally been overlooked, right? And now it is your time. It is your time. And we're really encouraging you to allow yourself to protect that. Okay? Because this is something that is creating, not only is this a win, not only is this like, you know, like I said, new promotions, new lovers, new families, new cars, new homes, new whatever it is, whatever your big thing is that you've been waiting for and wanting and working towards, right? You have sat there while others had their reward seasons, right? And so, and you've been happy for them and still trying to soothe your soul. And so this is something that is really this is emotional. This means a lot. And so protecting that and not letting understanding, maybe, if you want to understand, you can be understanding, because we all feel like that, especially when we would have been looked over and passed over and passed over and passed over. We get it, but that's no excuse to behave poorly. That's no excuse to try to ruin somebody's positive outcome. Very much protecting this for yourself, because you deserve to celebrate this. This is something that's very big for you. Okay. There is a new beginning that's coming in. What's interesting is because they're like, oh, it's the third time. So maybe 2 failed attempts, maybe 2 kind of excited, received, going for it, nothing made of it. That's where this ego card is coming out, right? This feeling trapped, feeling like your hands are tied, feeling like you're not ready, you're not good enough. Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. Okay. So something may be coming in that you are, listen, you are amazing. You are the boss here. Like, that seems to be the feeling. Don't be being small when you are meant to lead, right? Like, that's the message. Don't be playing small, like, oh, I don't want to overstep, or I don't want to do it my way, or I don't want to ruffle feathers, or I don't want to, no. Like, you are meant to lead. So when you don't lead, you are out of alignment. Right? And so that's where the Emperor card is all about, is like, take control of the situation. Doesn't mean bulldoze the situation, but take the control of the situation. You deserve to be here. You have the knowledge, you have the capability, you have the sound mind, you have the experience, right? You also know that almost everything is about delivery. So if you're wanting, you know, to have a conversation, or it's all about how you handle it, okay? And so I think that it is really important for you to remember who you are and not feel like you don't belong, because you do. You are quite literally the leader here, okay? A fresh new start and a delay, center, unexpected progress, a very positive change in your life. So it's very much this feeling like, if you're doing it, you're doing it. If this is happening, it's happening your way. Right? And so if that needs to be in starting conversations or in negotiations of like, listen, if you want me to take this on, or if you want me to do this, I have to be able to do it my way. I cannot do it blindfolded with my hands tied behind my back. I have to be able to have this, obviously in a respectful manner, obviously within parameters, right? But kind of giving yourself that allowance to show up fully, because nobody benefits from anybody walking on eggs. You know what I mean? You can't do your job properly if you're walking on eggshells. You cannot show up for the people that you love if you're walking on eggshells, right? And so sometimes that is reflection of the environment that they have created, or the dynamic of the relationship that they have created. But oftentimes it's because we don't feel worthy to be heard or to take up space. And this is where Spirit is saying, like, no, you deserve this. You're the leader here. Lead, right? And own it and take up space, and do it in a manner that makes you proud of yourself, which means be respectful, right? We're not saying go out there and be ignorant and it's all about me and what I want. It's, you know what's right. You have a good head on your shoulders. Go out there and do that. Okay. Oh my God, these cards. All right. So we do have the Star card and the Dreamers card. right? Have faith that the future's bright, dreams come true, positive changes that bring end to challenging times, the light at the end of the tunnel. So very optimistic card, very positive card moving forward. Very much like, hang in there, keep the faith, the good is coming, one by one, we're all getting it, okay? There's the Dreamer's card. A new start, trust yourself, push your fears aside, take the leap of faith. You have been preparing for this. You are prepared. Not you are preparing for it. You are prepared. You're ready. I know you're ready. You know you're ready. Okay? So when it comes to you, don't poo in your pants because that's what you're doing. Remind yourself, you got this. Okay? You got this. I think it's because it's coming up with, listen, there's nothing more fearful than getting your happy ending. There's nothing more scary than having your prayers answered. We are hardwired. We are more comfortable with suffering than we are with receiving. Okay? If the opportunity is coming for you and you feel like it's in alignment with you, it is for you, meaning it is ready. It is your divine team. It's your spirit guides, your angels, the universal energy saying, she's ready. Here you go. If I would have gave this to you last year, it wouldn't have worked. You weren't ready. You are ready now. So here you go. Okay. This to me is feeling like we're feeling exposed. Maybe there's extra eyes on you. Maybe you have to do some public speaking. Maybe you're feeling a little bit out of depth. This is Spirit's way of saying, no, 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 you got this. Okay. You are ready. By this opportunity coming to you is reflection that you are ready. Stay out of your head. Be a bit of black and white with that. And sometimes we have to do that, especially if we're having big emotions coming in, right? Reminding yourself, be very factual with yourself. These are all the things that I've accomplished. I can accomplish this too. Okay. And so, it is that reminder of who you are now, because it's triggering your inner child when you didn't feel good enough. You didn't feel ready. You didn't feel prepared. You didn't feel guided, right? That is not the case right now. And the thing is when we don't quite know, we are living in a time where we can very quickly get the information. Quick little Google, ChatGPT, ask a friend, throw it on Facebook, whatever. Knowledge is so at our fingertips now, right? So if we don't know the answer very quickly, we can get the answer. It's reminding yourself that. Focusing on the negative is what soothes ourselves because that's what we are used to. So an opportunity that's coming in that's making you feel a little vulnerable may kick up a lot of negative Nelly, Debbie Downer type of energy, type of dialogue. You need to catch it and understand, go, oh no, I'm just scared. Oh no, that's not true. I'm just scared. And when you name it, you stop squirming from it. Okay. And that is so important. And because you are ready, this does feel like it's in alignment with you. It does feel like it's very much, time. Okay. It's very much time. And that's what March is bringing in. Huge strides. This full moon that we're into on the 3rd, that's the last of that holding back energy, right? And like I said, we are more comfortable with suffering than we are with thriving. And your inner circle and other people's way of showing up for you, oftentimes people are more comfortable when you are struggling. Remember when earlier we said there was that jealousy around you receiving? It's easier for humans to support when you are struggling than they are when you get your happy ending. Whether they clock it or not, subconsciously there is this feeling of being superior. Oh, poor Paula, she has this and this going on. Oh, poor her, meaning I'm above. I feel better about myself because I'm not having that experience, as an example, right? When good things happen, then we go, well, that's not happening for me. right? And so it takes an emotionally intelligent person to go, I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you're getting your win. Because listen, we don't win and lose or and struggle at the same time. The people who you love may be in a winning season when you were in your darkest days. And when you are in your winning seasons, they may be in a struggling season. It's the understanding that we all have ups and downs, and we all have highs and we all have lows. And we all know that when we're in the highs that we fought to be there and we deserve to be there. And so no matter where you're at in that experience, it is important for you to have that understanding so that you can show up, right? If I'm getting a win, babe, it's just a matter of time before you get your win, because that's how this works. We can absolutely adapt mindsets that hold us back, that pit us against each other. But that's getting crazy. That's just falsehood, right? And so it is really important. It is. And if people cannot show up for you and be happy for your wins, it doesn't mean that you're not worthy of your wins. And it doesn't even mean that it's personal. It just means that they are emotionally immature. And they are operating from an ego space where they can only see it as a reflection of you, of themselves, right? Of themselves. And so that is often with, lack of emotional intelligence. And that is not a reflection of you, of your worthiness. Because we all know being human and living in this life is freaking hard. It is hard. It is not easy, right? It is not easy. And so, when we do get those glimmers of hopes and those blessings coming in and undeniable joy, like we have to be applauding each other and we have to be celebrating, because it has been sparse. Right? It has been sparse. So whether you're receiving your blessing or you're witnessing somebody else receive theirs, really focusing on that high energy, because it's only a matter of time before it's your time to receive, right? Just because they receive doesn't mean that you don't receive. It's not, the universe isn't greedy like that. There's no scarcity. There's enough for everyone. It just comes in different timelines. And so we must be happy for each other and in turn be open to receiving ourselves, because like I said, it's just a matter of time. I feel different reading. I feel like this March energy definitely does have that different energy to it. Excited for the foundation that it's providing. Excited to see the blessings coming in, the wins coming in, the new opportunities coming in, and the peace and contentment coming in. Really wanting you to prioritize, in a reflection of this recording, prioritize as these opportunities come to you. Is it for your highest good? Is it something that you truly feel is good for you, that you want to take on, that you want to remember? We have just spent many years getting to know ourselves and honor ourselves and advocate for ourselves. Just because there's shiny things that are coming doesn't mean we abandon ourselves. And I think that way of moving forward, centered and grounded, is just going to really affect your path in a very positive way. All right, don't forget, I do have some events posted. All the upcoming events that I have scheduled are on my website, AngelaMcClellan.com. March 19th, online experience. April 26th, Shed Camp. Dartmouth, June 6th. Sydney, June 19th. And Fort McMurray, October 1st. Tickets are on early bird sale until the 27th. All right. Have a great week, and I'll see you next Sunday.